Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Triple Double Nation. Today I'll cover 10 things you didn't know about Russell Westbrook. Let's get into the video. The face of the Oklahoma City Thunder, Russell Westbrook, is pure, unbridled passion for the game of basketball, and the NBA is not much better for it. The 6'3" point guard is one of the league's most popular players, but some of his fans may not know him as much as they should. In his 11 years in the league and counting, he has amassed numerous awards and reached several milestones that other players can only dream about. Westbrook's rise to prominence is nothing short of phenomenal, and it has brought him acclaim both on and off the court. If you want to know more about the Thunder's floor leader and the unquestioned greatest player in franchise history, let's take a look at 10 things you probably didn't know about Russell Westbrook. Number 10. Westbrook has been in the top 10 in rebounds the past 2 years. Aside from averaging a triple-double for 2 consecutive years, Westbrook has been in the 10th best rebounder in the league during these years as well, averaging 10.7 and 10.1 during the 2016 and 17 and 2017 and 18 seasons respectively. He has been so good at grabbing missed shots the past couple of years that he has out-rebounded bigger players such as Giannis Antetokounmpo, Kevin Love, LeBron James, Marc Gasol, Nikola Jokic, Kevin Durant, and LaMarcus Aldridge. And these guys are at least 5 inches taller than he is. Number 9. Westbrook bested Oscar Robertson's triple-double season. During the 2016 and 17 season, in which Brody equaled Oscar Robertson by averaging a triple-double for an entire year, the Thunder point guard accomplished something that the Big O never did. Westbrook won that season's Most Valuable Player award, the first of his career. According to Victor Mather of the New York Times, Robertson's triple-double feat in the 1961 and 62 season netted him only 3rd place in the MVP balloting, right behind Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. That's most likely because a triple-double wasn't considered a huge accomplishment than it is now. Still, Westbrook has a leg up on the legendary guard by winning the highly coveted individual award in the same year that he achieved a triple-double season. Number 7. His favorite player growing up. Though players normally pattern their game after their idols, Westbrook's game is anything but a replica of his favorite player, Lakers star Magic Johnson. As a native of California, it's only natural that kids would gravitate towards the best players in their area. Since Johnson and the Lakers were among the elite for so long and created a mystique around the franchise for several years, it's not surprising that Westbrook looked up to the Magic Man the most. Despite the difference in playing styles, the 6'3" dynamo is similar to Johnson as the leading assist man on his team. In fact, just like his idol, Westbrook has led the league in assists and is on pace to do so again this year. Number 6. Late to the party as a dunker. When one thinks of Westbrook, images of him speeding down the lane for an empathetic dunk come to mind quickly. He is one of the league's most powerful and ferocious dunkers despite his height. It's hard to imagine a time when he wasn't able to throw down a basketball at all. However, unbelievable as it may seem, Russ never slammed the ball on a regular hoop until he was 17, and that wasn't until his last game in high school as a senior. Number 5. Why he wears number 0. There have been lots of other players from different sports who have worn number 0, and each one has a different reason for wearing the number. In Westbrook's own words, via Matty Lucier of Stack.com, it's not a normal number. You go with the 0 when you've been through something and you are looking to get a new beginning. It helps get you going again. It helps you get the swag back. Simply put, the number humbles a 7-time All-Star and motivates him to move forward regardless of the circumstances. After his fellow superstars, James Harden and Kevin Durant, left for different teams, Westbrook could have been devastated by their departures, especially when the latter left for their nemesis, the Golden State Warriors. Instead, he won his first MVP award in his first season without either of them, and he continues to carry his team on his shoulders to this day. Number 4, Westbrook signed a 10-year contract extension for Jordan Brand. Speaking of his 2016 and 17 MVP season, Brody eventually became the face of the new generation of players for the Jordan brand before the 2017 and 18 season started. Players know that when they sign with the shoe company, Michael Jordan's massive shadow will loom over their shoulders. That's why none of the stars before Westbrook received their own signature shoe. That all changed when he signed a 10-year contract extension with Jordan Brand. Having achieved an NBA record 42 triple-doubles in a single season clinched for him, no doubt. With the Maurice Podoloff trophy securely in his hands, the Jordan Brand extension was definitely a sweet topping on his record-breaking season. His Airness acknowledged the accomplishments, sending the future Hall of Famer a congratulatory note saying, "Congrats, Russell. I got my first MVP award before my first ring too. Keep going." With the Jordan Brand deal in place, Westbrook now has a significant input on how his shoe should look like. That's a first for any Jordan athlete. A historic shoe deal, indeed. Number 3, Westbrook writes KB3 on his shoes every game. One of the most enduring qualities that Russ has is his loyalty. Signing an extension with the Oklahoma City Thunder, aside from the aforementioned Jordan Brand deal, illustrates this. But he is just as loyal to friends and is especially faithful to one in particular who passed away during his younger years. Westbrook's high school friend, Kelsey Bars III, died at the very young age of 16 while playing a pickup game back in 2004. The two were very close friends, and they had dreams of playing alongside each other at UCLA, according to ESPN's Nick DiPaola. Back then, people would say that Bars was their high school team's best player. The 30-year-old guard honors his friend by scribbling KB3 on his shoes every game, but in one of his signature shoes, the Why Not 0.1, KB3 is already etched on the tongue in Westbrook's handwriting as a tribute to Bars. Additionally, Russ also wears a personalized ripped KB3 wristband to honor his fallen comrade. Number 2, Westbrook's many nicknames. Russ is the easiest nickname of all, but Westbrook has some of the coolest nicknames in the league, or probably the corniest depending on who you ask. He calls himself Brody, though it's actually the name of his Maltese dog. However, the one nickname which Westbrook seems to appreciate the most is the West Wolf. The moniker came from a Jordan Brand commercial and it has some real possibilities. With the West Wolf, Westbrook seems to have found a nickname that he truly likes, as evidenced by a jacket that he wore earlier this year. Number 1, Westbrook was the last lottery pick of the Seattle Supersonics. For those young enough not to know, the Thunder were originally from Seattle and were called the Supersonics. In the 2008 NBA draft, the Sonics selected Westbrook with the 4th overall pick, making him their very last lottery selection before they moved to Oklahoma City. The players chosen ahead of him were Derrick Rose, Michael Beasley, and OJ Mayo. Immediately after him were Kevin Love, Danilo Gallinari, Eric Gordon, Joe Alexander, DJ Augustin, Brook Lopez, Jared Bayless, Jason Thompson, and Brandon Rush. In hindsight, Westbrook should have been taken number 1 overall, although Rose did make a case for himself as a top pick as he earned the 2008 and 9 Rookie of the Year honor along the way. In time, Westbrook would establish himself as the best player of his draft class and a steal at the 4th spot in the draft. Seattle clearly made their final pick one of the best decisions in franchise history, and now OKC is reaping the benefits of that decision. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future.